The town. The story takes place in a small town. The small town is nestled in a valley at the base of a large hill. The hill is covered in dense forests and is surrounded by rolling hills. The town is quiet and peaceful, with only the occasional sound of birds or rustling leaves breaking the silence. Despite its peaceful appearance, there is a sense of mystery in the air. Some of the townspeople whisper about strange occurrences on the hill at night, while others claim to have seen mysterious figures lurking in the shadows. Jack is a curious and adventurous young boy who loves exploring the hill. He has always been fascinated by the mysteries that lie hidden in the forest and spends much of his free time wandering through the trees, searching for clues. Despite his love of adventure, Jack is also a bit shy and doesn't have many friends in town. He often feels like an outsider, but he knows that he can always count on the hill to provide him with a sense of peace and belonging. Over the years, Jack has discovered many interesting things on the hill. He had explored hidden caves and stumbled upon rare plants that no one else has ever seen. He had even found some mysterious artifacts that seemed to hint at a long-forgotten past. Despite all of his discoveries, Jack knows that there is still so much more to learn about the hill. He can't wait to see what other secrets it holds and what adventures lie ahead. The mystery begins. One day, Jack is exploring the hill when he stumbles upon a strange object buried in the dirt. At first, he thinks it might be a rock or a piece of wood, but as he brushes away the dirt, he realizes that it's something much more mysterious. As he continues to explore the hill, Jack begins to notice other strange occurrences. He hears strange noises at night and sees mysterious lights in the sky. He starts to wonder if there is something more going on than he originally thought. Could there be something hidden on the hill that no one knows about? The mystery begins. Jack starts to notice that the animals on the hill are acting strangely. The birds are flying in strange patterns and the deer are running in circles. He also notices that the plants on the hill are growing in unusual ways. Some of them are twisted into strange shapes, while others seem to be glowing in the dark. Jack starts to feel like he's being watched. He hears footsteps behind him when he's walking alone and sees shadows moving in the corners of his eyes. One night, Jack wakes up to find that his room is filled with a strange mist. He can't see anything beyond his own hand and he feels like he's suffocating. The investigation. Gathering clues. Jack starts to investigate the strange occurrences on the hill. He talks to the townspeople and tries to gather as much information as he can. He also starts to keep a journal of his findings. He writes down everything he sees and hears, no matter how small or insignificant it may seem. Jack starts to notice that there are patterns in the strange occurrences. They seem to happen at certain times of the day and in certain locations on the hill. He also discovers that there are symbols etched into the trees on the hill. They look similar to the symbols on the mysterious object he found earlier. Jack starts to feel like he's getting closer to solving the mystery. He knows that he needs to keep investigating if he wants to uncover the truth. The investigation. Meeting new characters. As Jack continues his investigation, he meets some new characters who help him along the way. The first is an old man who lives in a cabin on the edge of the hill. He tells Jack stories about the history of the hill and gives him some clues about the symbols he found. The second is a young girl who lives in town. She's also interested in the strange occurrences on the hill and helps Jack gather information from the townspeople. The third is a mysterious figure who Jack sees in the woods one night. He's wearing a cloak and carrying a staff, and Jack can't see his face. The figure disappears before Jack can talk to him. As Jack gets closer to solving the mystery, he realizes that he can't do it alone. The plot thickens. More strange occurrences. Just when Jack thinks he's getting close to solving the mystery, more strange occurrences start to happen. He wakes up one morning to find that his journal is missing. He knows that it contains all of his notes and clues about the mystery. Jack starts to feel like he's being followed. He hears footsteps behind him when he's walking alone and sees shadows moving in the corners of his eyes. One night, Jack wakes up to find that his room is filled with a strange mist again. This time, he hears a voice whispering his name. As the strange occurrences continue, Jack starts to feel like he's in danger. He knows that he needs to solve the mystery before it's too late. The plot thickens. New clues. Despite the strange occurrences, Jack continues his investigation. He starts to notice new clues that he hadn't seen before. He finds a piece of paper with strange symbols on it. The symbols look similar to the ones on the object he found earlier. Jack also discovers that the old man who lives on the edge of the hill has a book with information about the symbols. He tells Jack that they are part of an ancient language that hasn't been used in centuries. As Jack deciphers the symbols, he realizes that they are a map. They lead to a hidden cave on the hill. Jack knows that he needs to explore the cave if he wants to solve the mystery. The climax. Confronting the villain. Jack follows the map to the hidden cave on the hill. He finds a secret room with a strange object in the center. Suddenly, the mysterious figure from earlier appears. He reveals himself to be the villain behind the strange occurrences on the hill. The villain tells Jack that he's been searching for the object for years. He believes that it has magical powers that will make him invincible. Jack realizes that he needs to stop the villain before he can use the object for evil. A fight ensues between Jack and the villain. Just when it seems like all hope is lost, Jack remembers something that he read in the old man's book. He recites a spell that he found in the book and uses it to defeat the villain. Jack destroys the object and all of the strange occurrences on the hill stop. The climax. Solving the mystery. After defeating the villain, Jack is able to piece together all of the clues that he's gathered throughout his investigation. He realizes that the object that he found earlier is part of a set of magical artifacts that have been scattered throughout the world. Jack returns home with the magical artifact that he found on the hill. He is happy to be back with his family and friends. He tells them all about his adventure and how he was able to solve the mystery. His family and friends are proud of him and happy that he is safe. Jack knows that he will never forget the lessons that he learned during his investigation on the hill. Jack decides to become a treasure hunter and sets out on a new adventure to find the rest of the artifacts. Along the way, he meets new friends and has exciting adventures.